time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Come on, 180. Check right 54, right 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go through.
They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 4.
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go.
Trubisky now, the throw on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. Give him 3 on 4. First down, it'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Packers' 43-yard line.
Come on, 180. 150. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Come on, 180. I want to work. I want to work. It's me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, Delta. Me and you. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. All day, all day. Mike 50.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They run the jet sweep with Patterson, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's third down.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Lock in, lock in. 40,
Now Trubisky to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. Dashing through the snow. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Montgomery running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky, his throw incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
51, Mike 51. I got you. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Za'Darius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Loco, over here. Hey,
now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Hey, take 26.
Throwing is Rodgers. He completes it to Jones.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Inside.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. 6-0 our score after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
At the 46-yard line.
180. Mike 50. All day, baby, all day.
Throwing on second down, Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Chicago.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montravius Adams. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're running a little bit of everything out of.
This is intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Hey, Charlie. It's our time. 59.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Shift. Back north.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line.
Hey, take 26. 59. 6. Pull it high. 5.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, 88. Bravo. 59. Watch twist. Over.
Rodgers going to throw again. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 14. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a look.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Blue 58. 59. Switch up, switch up. 10-30. Mike 59. Mike. Hey, Mike 7.
Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. 16 yards, a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
319. 59. Here we go, D. Here, Mike. Gun. Here I come again. Here I come again. 319.
Here's Rodgers. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Green 18. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on first down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Packers first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, 88.
Jones. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second and 6 at the Bears' 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Outside.
Throwing now is Rodgers. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play.
And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
At the 7-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike's 54. Hey, exit. I'm coming.
Here's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's good for 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Cat 300.
And that's complete to Adams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Packers first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I don't think you got it, son.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. Yeah, Lynn. Watch the pass. Hey, Haywood.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Mike's 59. Check 50. Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300. Gun. 59. Danny. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9".
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets us forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Switch it.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
Now it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make someone miss in the open field.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
Yeah, that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Rodgers now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. And even 50 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Rodgers going to throw. This complete to Jones. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Slant. Quick the edge. Come. Sponge. No. Check three. Right left. Watch out.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. 26.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, it's our house. Mike's 59. Check 30. I'm coming. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
59, Mike, 59. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Mike, check. 59. Hey, Mike. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He finds Allison. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Go to 50. Check. General West. Inside. Safety's creeping. Shift.
Rodgers throwing here. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hey, box truck.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mason Foster came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. On third down, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I want to thank you for bringing two things, the space heater and the hot chocolate. Those were a big help for us here in the booth.
Yeah, just so you know, in the future, get your own space heater. Okay, I'm an only child. I don't share very often. But this had to bring out, like, the 12-year-old in us, didn't it? I mean, to be able to watch this, and let's face it, when you were that age, you didn't come inside until Mom screamed, "Get inside now, young man," because you wanted to be out there just having a good time.